to show you how we prep Morgan's TPN. There are vitamins, and we will have these little kits that have the tubing in them that looks like this, and that's for the nighttime setup. It has 2 saline and 1 syringe. So the first thing we're going to do is pop the caps off of the vitamins. And I'm going to go ahead, oh, and before this I washed my hands with antibacterial soap. We actually use chlorhexidine, but any antibacterial soap is fine. You can wear gloves if that's what you want to do, but we just wash our hands with that, and then periodically we'll use hand sanitizer during different parts of the step if we feel like we need to refresh. So we're going to clean off the tops of that with the alcohol swab. You're gonna make sure your needle is on. Pull off the cap, but hold on to the cap because you're gonna need it. We're gonna get 5 mils out of each container, but using 1 syringe. So we go to 5, poke the first one. It doesn't matter which order you do them in. Push your 5 mils of air in, pull it out. You have to kind of move it around so that all the liquid will come out. You probably already know that. So you can pull down a little bit if need be. Get it at 5, pull it off. Then we're going to go to 10 so we can get another 5 mils out of the second one. This is going to be the yellow one, but again, it doesn't matter which order you go in. Push your 5 mils of air in and let it come out. Down to 10. You let it go nice and slow, it doesn't get foamy, and that's nice. Then I'm going to get a new alcohol swab, and we like to prep this on a hook, but it can be done on the table as well, just whichever way you like to do it. We like to hang it on the wall. So I'm going to take the alcohol swab and clean this. Get it nice and squeaky. I do 10 times, but whatever your preferred amount is. And then shoot for the middle and inject this. And one thing we learned recently that does really seem to help mix this in more and keep it from kind of settling in there is to pull back a few times and then push it in. I just do it 2 or 3 times, and then you just get that yellow out of that little tube. Eventually it comes out on its own, but it's kind of a quicker way to disperse the yellow out of there. And then you've got your cap that you saved. Put that on, put in your sharps container. Then we're going to get our tubing. It's also easier when it's hung up on the wall to do the strike because the gravity is a little faster. But again, it can be done laying on the table as well. So at this point, if you're particular, go ahead and do some shaking to mix it all up. Usually I just go ahead and spike it and then shake it because I don't think it's going to matter if a little bit is in the tubing. But to do it by the book, go ahead and shake it up. And then we're going to get another alcohol swab. Oh, and before I started this, I wiped the table with these wipes, which I'm sending to camp, and let it dry to make sure that the table is nice and clean. I'm not sure that came off. Yeah, I guess it did. So then we're going to clean this before we spike it. It's kind of a tricky thing to clean, but do your best. Then we just got to make sure the tubing is untangled as best you can. And remove the lid. Excuse the barking dog. We're going to spike it. until it starts running through. There we go, it's running through. Now you need to hold it where this little filter thing here, the arrow is going up. And you hold it until the formula has filled this compartment, or TPN has completely filled it and is headed up the rest of the tubing. And you can of course lower it, it'll go faster. Okay, then you got it there. Now you need to hold it like this to make sure the formula fills this little part of the tubing like that without any air. Then you get ready by taking the cap off, hold it in your fingers. It'll start dripping any second, and then you clamp it and put the cap back on. Morgan, we're ready for you. Now I'm going to take it off the hook and get ready for Morgan, which I will take a second here to, this is Morgan, to clear some of this away. And I usually hand sanitize again at this point before handling her pick line. So you can usually put this in the backpack first. So the backpack, you just open up all the stuff on it there. We put it's a belt and suspenders approach. So we do both of these things. We Velcro this in, but we also put this clip on just for insurance purposes to make sure. It's kind of easier if you do the clip first, actually, but so we get that clip on there good, and we have that on there good, so it's nice and tight, keeps it high enough up. Then at the bottom here, there's a little tab here which kind of needs glued down or stitched down, but you put the thing that's carrying the formula over in that to kind of keep it in that where it's supposed to be, so it's not curving around. Or I really need to fasten that down. We'll see if that happens before camp. It probably won't, but it's been working that way anyway. Then you fold these over. It's kind of obvious which one goes first because of the Velcro. So you put those over. Then these straps go on either outer side and cross over like that, just to keep that steady. When you're hooking this up, you remove this blue clip like that. If you happen to remove this blue clip before you've primed the tubing, it won't prime with gravity. You'll have to use the pump to prime it. So try to leave the blue clip in place because it's easier. But if you don't, not a big deal. You just have to prime it with the pump. Here, there is these little hinges on the thing. They might be kind of hard to see, but they're there. And on the pump, there's little spokes, or I don't know, whatever you want to call them, that the hinges fit into. So you're going to fit them in, and then you have to push this in. In order to push it in, you have to open this up, this latch here, kind of all the way into it almost, and then push down and then close it, and then it'll be all attached. So then I'm gonna hand sanitize again, just because we're getting paranoid and I'm about to actually handle Morgan's line. So here she now has this pick line. We double flush because TPN is sticky and can clog up the connector thing there, as we found. So need another alcohol swab. Feel free to alcohol swab things as many times as you like. I just do it once here, but my husband, he'll do it between each saline, but it's really not necessary. unless you do something crazy with it in between. But so we're going to clean that off. Morgan likes to hear it squeak if possible.
Yep.
It's not very squeaky today. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I'm doing something wrong. All right. So you can check for blood return if that's something that you're allowed to do or whatever. I do that. My husband does not because it grosses him out. But it's a good thing to do to make sure everything's kosher.
Yep.
So we do the first one. I just leave it hanging. That keeps it nice and clean. Get the second one ready. Do the second one. She's only had this line in a couple weeks and it's doing really well. So then I get the TPN, take the cap off, and put it on. She'll either have this kind of pick cover, or she has some other ones that are different colors or whatever. She definitely needs to have one on when she's at night, well, and during the day. She just needs to have one on to kind of protect it and keep it safe. Then the pump, turn on here. And then hopefully it's already been reset, but I don't know. We were in a hurry this morning. So, yep, it says ready to begin. So it's all ready to go. So you can just push stop start. And I'll say start pump. Yes. Now you got to make sure that you undo the clamp or it will be unhappy. And Morgan will yell, clamp, at you. And then for whatever reason, it goes backwards and upside down. I imagine so. If you're wearing it, you can see it from the little patch in here, and you can read it. But we don't usually have to do it that much that way. So the tubing, I just kind of put in here loosely. I mean, there is ways to route it and arrange it, but I just try to make sure it's loopy and not kinking. Typically, we don't have too much trouble with it. And then we just zip it up like this. And normally at home, she gets around with a baby stroller when it's heavy like this, like an umbrella stroller. At camp, I don't think we'll send the stroller. Do you want the stroller at camp?
I mean, what time are they going to hook me up?
Right, I don't know, probably right at bedtime.
Okay.
So you probably won't need it a lot. And if you do, yeah, we'll figure that out.
Sunday?
We'll see. You'll have your wheelchair, so we'll see. Anyway, that's how you hook up TPN. So